Hi, here's a closer look at the linen stitch blanket. I don't have it all the way out, but this is what it looks like. One of the neat things about a linen stitch garment is that it lays very flat, and it's somewhat dense in that it's not the easiest thing to see through. You can't stretch it out the way that you can stretch out regular knit and purl stitches. But as far as blankets go, they're very warm. So let's see how we do linen stitch. I've got sport weight yarn and US size 8 needles, that's 5 millimeters. When you're doing linen stitch, you want to go up a needle size or more because they're kind of tight stitches. So you need to account for that. I casted on 12 stitches using the long tail cast on, and I tried to do a demonstration, but I'm just so slow that I thought I'd just get right into it. So if you want to use a different cast on method, that's just fine. The first row is a wrong side row, so that first stitch is purled. So you purl one, and then take the yarn into the back, and then you slip the second stitch with the yarn in back and bring the yarn back forward to purl, and you do that all the way across. Purl one, slip one with the yarn in back, purl one, slip one with the yarn in back, and so on all the way across. I'm using two colors, so for the second row is where I'm going to add the second color. For the second row, you knit the first stitch, bring the yarn forward, and then slip the next stitch with the yarn in front, take the yarn back, knit the next stitch, bring the yarn forward, slip that next stitch with the yarn in front, and so on and so forth. It's just the opposite of the back side. So you knit one, slip one with the yarn in front, knit one, slip one with the yarn in front. Okay, I'm going too slow, so I'm going to have to go into a second video. So a part 2 is coming. This is what it looks like after the second row. And you can see you've got the alternating colors because you've knit one and slipped one. All right, here's part 2 of the linen stitch. So I've just completed the second row, and then I turn my work, and I'm now working on the wrong side or the back side. And I've changed colors in the previous row, and I'm going to continue to use this color for the back side on the way back. And I will alternate colors after every 2 rows from this point forward. All right, so I decided to just do a few rows and show you what it looks like. Now this is the front side of the work, and it's got this cool looking pattern design in there. And the back side looks like a bunch of purl bumps. And back to the front side. And that's what the front side looks like. So to recap, the basic pattern you cast on, I cast on in the dark color, and then the first row you purl one, slip one with the yarn in back all the way across, and then the next row, which would be the right side row, is when I added the color, and then I knit one and slipped one with the yarn in front all the way across. And then you just keep repeating that. If you're using 2 colors or changing colors, it's always good to change the color on the front side of the work. And but if you use 1 color, you don't have to worry about that. But you just keep repeating those 2 rows until you make the garment as long as you want, and then you bind off using whatever bind off method you prefer. It does not need to be a stretchy bind off because it's not going to be a stretchy material. I hope this helps. If you have any questions about linen stitch, please let me know. You have a wonderful day.